Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, for liking, and just all around, thank you for being here. So today we're going to do a weekly check-in. We're going to check for week 2 of March, and then we're also going to stuff for week 3. So if this is something that you're interested in, just stay tuned. So we're going to check week 2, and we're going to check groceries, my home. This is actually not home. This is meant to be household. So you're going to check groceries, household, takeaway, personal, and gusto. And we are also going to check the transactions. So let's go ahead and check our envelopes. So kids snacks is empty, household. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put empty, nothing, because we used it all on week 1. So takeaway is empty. We had £15.10 left last week, as you can see here. So we had 15.10, nothing, and we spent 15.10. Okay, so I have 0 left. Okay, so on Friday, after picking up the kids from school, we had McDonald's, and we also had some KFC because one of my boys likes McDonald's nuggets, the other one likes the popcorn chicken, so we kind of split it between the two. And I also had I had some bits, I think, from McDonald's as well. So we spent all that money. So takeaway is empty. Groceries, as you know, I budget £50 per week for groceries. So I'm gonna put 50 here. Hold on. No. The balance at the beginning of the week obviously was 0, and then let's say I actually need to go ahead and change this because it's not really I need to change this little strip over here going forward because it's not really, that's not really how I want to budget. But yeah, so balance 0, we added 50, and we literally spent £50. I know I have some coins here, and I usually try to count the coins, but I'm not going to do it today, you guys. It's 11:30 in the evening. I'm not going to count the coins, so I'm just going to say that I spent £50, so I have 0 left. Okay, I'm just going to take the coins, and so I'm just going to take the coins and pop them into the rollover envelope. I'm going to leave them there, and then once I finish filming, I'll just pop them into the rollover envelope. Okay, now personal, let's see, personal, which is my weekly spending. Let me move this out of the way. Week number 2, I gave myself another £25. Okay, and then I spent, obviously I went and I spent the money. I was hoping that this month I wouldn't spend as much, but you know, hey ho, it is what it is. I love to eat. I have to leave a little bit. So yeah, I did spend the money once again on food, and yeah, I don't regret it. It is what it is. Like, it's spending money, so it's fine. So I spent it, and I have £10 and then some coins. I'm not gonna count the coins. I'm just gonna pop them over there, and so I'm just gonna say that I have £10 left. So I have 10. It means that I spent 15. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this into the rollover envelope, which stays over here. And I also have the £20 from last week from Gusto, which I'm going to add to a savings challenge very soon. So there you go, £10 in there. I also have some coins in here. I'm thinking whether I should buy those, you know, those little jars that allows you to kind of put the coins inside and then tells you, and then it shows you your balance at the top. So I might get one of those jars next month just so I can put these coins in there, because you know what, every little penny counts. I'm not gonna throw these away or just put them in a jar and forget about them. I'm gonna let them build up and then change them and use them for something. So I might do that next month. So, but for the time being, I'm gonna leave them here. Now, Gusto is a very interesting one. As you guys know, I keep Gusto in the bank, and usually each box costs $34.99. But at the beginning of the month, I was able to buy box number 1 for week number 1 for £14. So I had £20.99 left. This week I think I paid $24.50. I have to double check. Let's say 34. I'm gonna put $34.99 because that's how much the box costs. That's the the balance. Guys, please ignore this. I'm going forward, I'm gonna change this because it's kind of like confusing me. I'm gonna change it to a way that kind of makes sense to me. So $34.99, that's how much the box costs. Let's say I added nothing and then I spent $24.50. If that's the case, it means that we have £10.49 left for this week. Okay, but I'm gonna keep this in the bank. Usually I would just go ahead and pull this money out of the bank and then keep it in here and then stuff it, which that's the plan at least. But I'm gonna keep it in the bank this time because going forward I will not be ordering another Gusto box, simply because we've been with Gusto for like, I think it's been a year now. At the beginning was nice, it makes life easy, but I just realized that with everything going up, like the prices are going up like crazy. Yeah, the prices are going up. I don't think I will be using Gusto because the meals then become, I think it's £4 something per portion. I can cook meals, way cheaper than that. Like for £34, I can cook a bunch of meals. Let's just be honest, I can, because I have a bunch of spices at home. I have a bunch of herbs, spices, chopped tomatoes, like rice, pasta. Literally, I can make a lot of meals with $34.99, way more than the 4 meals that they provide in the box. And also, I think we kind of getting fed up of the meals that they have. I checked the recipes for week 3 and week 4, and I didn't really like them. So I decided not to order. And then this week I'm gonna use the leftover money that I have in the bank for Gusto in order to shop. So I'm not gonna use the cash, the physical cash, the cash that I have in this envelope. I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna use the money that I have in the bank for Gusto to shop. And I think I'll just see how that goes. I'm okay doing that because this money is for food, so I am okay with spending that money on food. So I'll just use that for the next 2 weeks, and I'll leave the cash that I already have here in this binder, take it out or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now let's check our transactions, because I went through my bank statements, I think was this morning, and I realized that there were a few transactions that I hadn't accounted for. So I'm gonna do that now just so I can keep a track. So let me just change the pen. You guys, these pens are amazing. Okay, these are the erasable ones. I bought a pack for, I think it's like 6 colors or something, for really, really cheap, like less than £10. It's amazing. Okay, so I have a little note here that I'm following. So, oh, and by the way, I have, let me explain it. Let me just go through the transactions first, and then we're going to go back to Gusto because they kind of relate, okay? So on the 10th and 12th of March, I actually went to Asda, and I was with my husband. He went in to buy some fruits to make some smoothies. And I think he needed some extra change to pay for something. So I swiped the card and I spent £2.93, I think. I'm just gonna put it here. I know it was Asda 10th plus 12th of March. That makes sense to me. And in total, I spent £9.49 on those 2 days. So £9.49. Yeah, this was on fruits. And then on the 12th, I remember this was the birthday party, and I bought a bag for the present, a birthday card, and the wrapping paper as well. So altogether, I spent £9.49. On the 14th of March, so 14th of March, I went to actually, it wasn't even, let's just say, it was McDonald's, you guys. Yeah, we do have a McDonald's inside our Asda. So it was McDonald's, and I bought breakfast. No, it wasn't breakfast. I'm lying again. Sorry. So I bought KFC and McDonald's for the children after school, you guys. And this is because when we picked them up, they had a very good day at school. They were very, very good boys. And they literally begged my husband to get them KFC and McDonald's. So he said yes, but then he realized that he didn't have his wallet on him. So then he said, oh, just get it, right? He asked me to get it. And the only thing that I had on me was Apple Pay. And so I ended up using my card to pay for this. And so I spent £12.55 here. I'm gonna put KFC and McDonald's. Okay, then on the 18th of March, goodness, you guys, as you can see, our money just goes on food. We had McDonald's again, and I spent £11.03. Okay, so McDonald's, all these transactions came out of the account where I keep the Gusto money, and it means that I spent £23.58 that was supposed to be for Gusto. So now in Gusto, I actually have 116.91 pence. Okay, and this is the money that I'm going to use to buy groceries for the next 2 weeks. I have to buy a couple of items that we tend to buy like in bulk. We buy things like rice in bulk and meat in bulk as well. So I will use some of this money to buy those things. And then hopefully if I do have to, I would usually say, oh, you know, I hope that I won't have to kind of dip into this money of the grocery money that I have here. But if I do, you know, it's fine because it's for food. So that's what the money is there for. As long as it's spent on food, I'm okay with it. Okay guys, so now we're going to stuff for next week. This is groceries. Like I said, I'm not really going to, I should say I'm hoping not to use this money because I'm already going to use the money that I have in the bank to buy groceries. Just in case we need to buy anything extra, I will still have the cash in there, okay? And if it doesn't get spent, then it's gonna go into the rollover envelope. Okay, so I'm gonna take 20, 30, 40, 50. Is that where it is? 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so £50 for the week to go into the cash envelopes binder for groceries. Let's just check how much we have in here. 10, 20, 30, 40, £50. So we have £50 for 1 more week, which adds up. Okay, so let's see. So this is my cash envelope binder, and I'm gonna put £50 into the groceries envelope regardless. There you go. Let's see if there's anything else I need to pull from here. Ooh, you guys, I forgot to mention something. As you can see, I have one transaction here that says emergency funds. On the 13th of March, I gave my husband a £20 note to buy a toothbrush for one of my boys. He managed to break his toothbrush, so I gave him £20 out of the emergency fund envelope, which I do have a receipt here, and I do have, I think it's £16. Let's see. So I have a receipt. As you can see, yes, I gave him £20. He spent £4 and he brought £16 back. So I'm gonna put the receipt away. So this is what you see here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this £1 away, put it over there. And it means that we have 20, 40, 50, 60, £70. Okay. The reason why I use the emergency funds is because I was trying to avoid touching the kids' sinking funds. A toothbrush is not really an emergency, but you know, it's fine. It was nice to be able to take the money out of here and, you know, use it. It just made me feel good knowing that, you know, had some money in here. It was used for a mini emergency, okay? Because the boy not being able to brush his teeth in the morning, that's an emergency, okay? So yeah, that's done. So now I'm back into the cash envelopes binder, and I'm going to take my allowance, which, as you guys know, I keep in this envelope. So I give myself £25 a week, and this is going to go into my wallet. I'm going to put it here to the side, and it means I have another £25 left for next week. Okay, I'm actually going to stuff £20 back into my children's sinking funds binder. You know, if you watch my previous video, you know that I took £20 out of this envelope last time, and I put it back into the bank because I bought them swimming shorts. I mentioned before that I use their child benefits to buy their school dinners and like snacks and bits like that for them. So this week I already paid for the school dinners for week 3 for my youngest son, which means I had some money left in the bank for them. So rather than keeping the money in there, I took £20 out, and I'm going to put it back into the clothing envelopes to be able to bulk it up a little bit for them. So I'm just going to put it back. So 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60 pounds. So 60 pounds in here. And so we are done and dusted for the week. So yeah, guys, we are done with our check-in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. I will catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.